Hi there, it's Lisa Loring. How are you tonight? I'm doing well. It's time to do the reading. How's everybody feeling? I'm going to angle this down just a little bit. It's pretty sunny out. I don't know what time it is. It's a little earlier than I normally do. Oof. My beverage. What's your favorite beverage? I love these. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0. Oh, cool. This is black cherry. That's kind of my favorite one. They have grapefruit. I like that too. Watermelon. It's also pretty yummy. Anyhow, we're here to do the reading. Oh, I'm pretty excited. This is actually a deck, and shout out to my old boss, Erin Byrne. This is the Black Cat Tarot. Oh gosh, I forget the lady's name who, oh, maybe it's in here. Life is Magical. No, that's not the lady. She's on Etsy, Black Cat Tarot. They're major arcana. We're going to use this as a qualifier tonight. They're all major arcana. And as we know, I'm a fan of black cats. Yes. We're going to go back to, as I said last night, the Giant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Although I've been having some fun with the constellation. I'm waiting for my book from Irina Semenyova. Thank you, Irina, for sending the book to me. Let's see when it gets here. And I also brought out the Archangel Gabriel deck from Doreen Virtue. This is a deck that, it's just a little celebration of Mercury being in Virgo and the Sun being in Virgo. Messages about reality. It got really real when, Mary got told as a virgin that she was going to have Jesus. Yeah, it's all good. That's some shit though, right? Like, accepting that. I mean, it's a story, right? But like, what was going through her mind for real when she decided to accept that responsibility? That came up the other day, right, in the reading about the Ten of Wands in the Constellation Tarot deck. Looking at that as like, we can, when this is your mission, do you choose to accept it? Like, I mean, when you agreed to come down here, you shook hands with the creator, whatever, say, hey, yeah, we're going to do this thing. Do you feel like maybe you didn't get all the information? Like, are you like questioning that, that acceptance of that responsibility now? I'm thinking about that a little bit right now. Well, I think we've all been thinking about it quite a bit. Like, if you had known, would you still choose to be here? That's a good question. Alone. Alone and in the midst of men, alone mid hills and valleys fair, alone upon a ship at sea, alone, alone and everywhere. Oh, many folks I see and know, so kind they are I scarce can tell, but now alone on land and sea, in spite of all, I'm left to dwell. In cities large and country lane, across the world, around the world, 'tis all the same, across the sea from shore to shore, alone, alone, forevermore. Huh. This is a poem which was written by Pamela Colburn Smith, who is I think the illustrator of the Rider-Waite deck. Alfred Stieglitz selected her art as the first non-photographic work to be shown at the little galleries of the Photo Secession, later called 291 on Madison Avenue, New York. In 1909, under the guidance of Arthur Edward Waite, undertook for token payment a series of 78 allegorical paintings described by Waite as a rectified tarot pack. Yep. Artist of the deck we'll use tonight. Shout out to you, Leda Nieves. My girl, mi hermana. My crappy Spanish, but I love you anyway. Yes. Get back to your art, Leda. Same. So it's a little dark tonight. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Let's do the deck. Let's do the reading. So yeah. The responsibility to step up into our lives weighs heavy, especially at this time. What does that mean for you? This is your mission, should you choose to accept it. Let's do the reading. So we'll use the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Pamela Coleman Smith. Born February 16th, 1878. Aquarius. I'm an Aquarian in my Vedic chart. Crazy Pisces in my emphasis on the crazy in my in the classicness, Western astrology. Anyway, so let's do the reading for tonight. So this is reading for tonight, August 25th, moving into August 26th. Happy anniversary to me. What is the reading for the collective consciousness? Divination, beauty, guidance for all zodiac signs. I ask my, okay, that's obviously wanting to have a judgment card, the awakening, your mission should you choose to accept it. Sure, I'll go. Rising from the dead, waking up to what is the number 20. Place of holding space. Queen of Swords. A lot of judgment going on here, a lot of sharp thinking. Queen of Swords is often kind of a bitchy card, often depicted as that, but she's also very much like is very much associated with the butterfly transformation. How to transform our thoughts into reality. She has 1, 2, 3 butterflies on her throne and a bird above her head. Isis came up for me in a reading last night. Eye of Horus, Falcon, Hawk energy has been very strong. Leadership. She's got that Isis thing going on. Mastery over thoughts. Actually, and I'm looking, she's got butterflies in her crown too. Very similar looking figure to the Queen of Pentacles imagery that came up deeper into the Morgan Greer deck from yesterday, bottom of the deck stuff. Kind of a stern look on the face. The Queen of Pentacles usually doesn't look so stern. But that girl she's taking no crap. I'm also very struck here by the clouds that featured so highly in the Ace of Wands card that came up yesterday as part of the 3-card pull. Hey, Cece. Dispelling the clouds. Mercury, the winged messenger. Mercury in Virgo is very analytical, collecting the data. The sign of Virgo is about collecting, pulling in the information about, yeah, who you want to partner up with as we move into the rest of this year. It's any year, but this year in particular, I think that's very strong. Like who's your ride or dies? And I think that means a lot, in this year. Who can you rely on? I know there's some people I definitely have not. Oh yeah. Not proud. I'm not saying that from a standpoint of being proud of it, or saying it from a standpoint of, I'm saying it from a Queen of Swords standpoint, but I am going to bring some Queen of Cups into it. Like this is definitely not. It was a calculated decision. It was a final decision. But there are definitely people that I do not have in my life anymore this year. We are at a standpoint of who we can rely on and who we can't. Who's going to be here with you? We have to be very discerning. Virgo is a very discerning, no bullshit sign. It's a mutable sign, but it's mutable earth. And it really is, Virgo is that sign of figuring out, like harvesting the source. Like who are you going to share your stuff with? And that's what we really decide in Libra season, right? Who are we going to like share our resources with as we move through the rest of this very incredible year? Our resources, where are we going to put our emotion? Who are we going to partner up with? Who's worth it? Who's your ride or dies? Sorry, camera's a little bouncy tonight. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands. Get rid of the toxins. I cannot stress this enough. Don't let it cloud your vision. Where are your addictions? Where are the things that you think, there is no deal that you can't, that isn't so good that you can't walk away from it? Who do you trust? Really? It may not be what you think. The returns are not all in, perhaps, and that's part of what we are going to work on during Virgo season. Tomorrow is the 4th day of Virgo season. So some of the things that you thought were here, now you're going to get some information, and they're not. I'm surprised the Tower card isn't fucking here. But we got this guy again. 9 of Pentacles. Not Pentacles. Cups. But again, this came up with this card, which can mean excess. Where are the excesses in your life? Because Virgo is about not being excessive. Virgo is about being just right. Where are you fooling yourself? Where are you going to excess that feel-good setup you're going to have to make a decision? I suggest you decide for yourself so you can be in here. You can be the Empress. No matter what your sex, the Empress is still the epitome of fertility, creation. Make the decision. Cut the crap. Cut the excess, whatever is excessive, so you can be creative. Free yourself up. Free your mind. Free your mind. The world. Temperance, again, balance it out. You might have to walk away. You know, there's a lot. Oh my God, this is a very rich reading. You've got to strip it down. Got to strip it down, baby. Be for real. So you can have the world. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter. You can spin cartwheels naked and no one cares. Because you're going to be so freaking awesome. Angels bless it. Divine timing. Divine timing. It's the Ace of Cups under there. Yeah, you know what? Judgment. It's time to wake up. Get out of the deep water. Open up your... These people are in coffins in the water. I'm having like a Moses thing go on right here. Wake up. These people are naked. They don't even care. They're like, oh, thank God. Thank God we got woke. We're here. We're ready. We're heeding the call. The trumpet is blaring. There is no more time. We're here. It's time. It's time to be discerning. I wish I knew what she's got on her wrist. She's got this interesting little like amulet of some sort there. Transform the way you look at things. Dispel the clouds. The clouds are being dispelled here. The clouds are being dispelled. Stop fooling yourself. Who do you want to end up with here? Because you better be careful. Listen to the messages. Listen to yourself. The messages are coming in. The returns are coming in. We got a lot of major arcana here. We have Judgment. We've got the Devil. Underneath we have the Empress. We are going to have to make a decision, and I would definitely make it for yourself. Step up to the mission. Step up to the mission. You asked to be here. You heeded the call. It's time to decide to build something real. We're being told. We actually already know. We're telling ourselves. Are you telling yourself or are you fooling yourself? You clouding your vision. You blinding yourself. So you don't have to make a decision. But if you do, if you step into the responsibility, if you gather up those 10 wands that we saw at the beginning of the week, they're not a burden. When we accept our responsibilities, Virgo season, responsibility. Empress, very Virgoan. Card of Venus, not so Virgoan. But when we accept our responsibilities, We know the playing field, right? We know the rules. And we wield the power. We're in control of our life and we are creative. I'm going to move this over here now. The sun is very bright tonight. And we have the world in our hands. And we're in control. We're working with divine timing, with the mission, not against the mission. Do you ever feel like you're working against your mission? Yeah. So let's pull a card from the Black Cat Tarot. These are, again, major arcanas. And major arcana cards are not just the daily kind of daily news. They're like major signposts, and you'll know. I mean, you just keep looking at the readings. Not even mine. You just keep watching other readers. All of us are saying the same thing. We keep pulling out major arcana. This is major times, but we know this. We're not jumping back in the coffin and going to go float down the river, or maybe you are. You're going to sit in your float and go down the river and over the waterfall. Where's the waterfall? There was one. Yeah, over the waterfall. And do it all over again. You can do that too. Maybe you want. Or you're going to hold back the water like the little Dutch boy. Talked about that yesterday, didn't we? So, what's the Black Cat commentary on this reading? Hi, girls. What you doing? The tower. I told you the tower was going to come up. The tower came up yesterday. Yeah, as we're talking about, bottom of the deck, the devil came up again. But the sun is also here to shed the light on, help us understand where it is that we need to cut some shit out. It's cool. Archangel Gabriel. Always very succinct. Yeah, the oak leaves. I'm also seeing in this devil card the opportunity to go back to the beginning. The Adam and Eve kind of thing here is really striking me. Like, go back to the beginning. We know what happened in that story. Deserving. You, like all of God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. So in that story, they kind of, it's told to us that we were cast out. And there's a bit of a cast out kind of like image happening here. But what if God, maybe it's a less sexy kind of story here, but what if God said, you guys like screwed up, you ate that apple and I told you not to. So where do we go from here? So this happened. And that happened. can't you think we could work something out here that's a little bit different than, being kicked out of paradise? Wouldn't that be nice if the options were a little more open? If we saw ourselves as deserving, that yes, we accepted the mission to be here. We've done a pretty darn good job. Yeah, you know what? We've fucked up. We've been screwed up. We've taken many detours. But what if, regardless of that, if we just had a conversation and said, you know what? Yeah, these things happened. Can we find another way to come back to paradise? Wouldn't that be nice? Isn't that a different story? I think at this point, all of us would find that a hell of a lot more sexy than what went down in that book. I would like that. And not necessarily from a standpoint of trying to make it different or, well, yeah, I would definitely want to make a different outcome, whatever that might be. But I would love to be able to be given that chance. I think we all would. I think we've all had that opportunity to reflect back on not just the past year, but the past 10 years, maybe longer than that. To maybe go back to that, that castle, or maybe that castle was built in the background and we don't live there anymore, but I don't know, this place that we're at isn't so bad. Can we try to figure it out from here? And be in here. Place of balance. Place of working it out. Broader perspective. Walking away from, yeah, maybe that castle, but maybe towards something that's fulfilling. Even if it's just for yourself, but is overflowing, a cup that is overflowing to offer. Divine hand offering that to us. Education, journeys, all kinds of stuff. So those are just some of the cards at the bottom of the deck. We've been awakened. We accepted the job. We woke up. We heeded the call. It's time to make decisions about whether we're going to continue with the mission and do it well in a royal fashion, transform the way we've been approaching things, make decisions about who it is and how it is that we're going to build this castle, build a new castle. Listen up. Stop goofing off. We've done this already, right? Yeah, we've done this. Let's try a different way. We deserve it. Let's make a decision. Stop blinding ourselves. Let's listen to the messages. I said the tower came in. The tower burned it down. Again, the devil came in, but the sun is here to shine on how we can do it differently. It's giving us information. So we can live in balance. We can be here at our most creative and fertile best. Talked about it yesterday. Burnt, a controlled burn. Be in control of the burn. I'm going to leave it at that. I love you. If you want a private reading, hit me up, direct message on Instagram or Facebook. Email me personally, lisa.loring@gmail.com. Let's see what's up for you.